This is BioEnchanted and welcome back to Wario Land 3. And today we've got quite a few things to do, because we have unlocked quite a few of those snakes. So let's do the volcano's base. Here I actually have a little bit of trouble finding it, because I kind of forget where the snake actually appears for a little bit. Because this area can be a little bit forgetful because of how similar a lot of areas look. It's kind of a main problem with this particular level. Still quite fun to explore though with all the sliding down slopes and things. I still really suck at that. Also, it's worth exploring just to get more coins as well when we get to more golf minigames. It is me checking all the different places to see if there's anywhere I can go that I haven't been before. I think it's on here that I remember roughly where to go. After slinking through this entire little passage because I kind of forgot about the little rolly hill. Here's about where I remember where the actual snake was. And of course it was in that cloudy area, up in the air. Also here we'll see something that these little poddy things do. I quite like these guys, they're quite cute. They're so happy to be there. But yeah, that's something they can do, they can just kind of knock you off the ladder, that's of course what they do. And if you hit them while they're red, they kind of do the little burrowing thing as well with the shocked Wario. And here we go, I remember now where we're meant to be going. I also remember there was something in this particular door that we couldn't do when we first arrived here, but now we can. Because now we can actually swim and find the green key, which is of course what we'll need for this particular leg of the level. I'm glad I didn't forget that, that would have been annoying. So let's ride our snake, shall we? And of course collecting the coins turned out to be quite a fortuitous thing for me to do as well, because of course we need to clear a minigame to get to the next area. I hate this particular one with the path fall and all the sand, because it's so difficult to get to the end of. You basically have to play it absolutely perfectly. There's almost no room for trial and error, like with the other ones, because a lot of the other ones you can just you can screw up a little bit and it's generally fine. As you can see here, we're kind of impossible now, we can't possibly get to the flag. And it's very annoying. I do quite like how hectic the music is though. Yeah, I nearly had it. That was so frustrating. If I'd just been a little bit later on the thing got it in the blue, I would have got it in there. But luckily this is a much easier one this time. And it is completely random. There we go, so we finally lifted that little block. So it's time to see what's in this next chest. As long as these guys don't get in our way. We have to be very careful with those flame guys, because they can really mess us up. And of course I take the safe route here, because I don't know what's below me, but it is just a chest, and that's fine. I quite like the little crown ones. Some of these items I don't really know if I don't remember if they have an actual use in the game, because some of the treasures are just there to get the treasures and fill out the little thing. I guess we'll see if the crown does something later on, but for now it's not doing anything with the one we got in the last one, so let's just move on to the last of the snake levels. We're actually going to be a bit of a pee at the desert here, because there's actually a couple of things we can do here, and we'll get them both obviously. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of these zombies, they can be kind of annoying. So yeah, we need to find the red key. So before we go up to the actual top, we know where the key is, so let's go get it, shall we? It's not in here. This is just the place with the golf coin. And this guy, we can't do anything with that yet. And here it is. So it's time to go to Fat Wario now. With the help of our little guy up in the top, because this is actually the only donut guy that still shows up at night. I'm not sure if the ones that windows show up at night, but at the very least in the nighttime thing, this is the only one we have access to that I can remember anyway. And of course down here brings us to the key. Luckily those lamps can just immediately get us back, and that's nice. So it's finally time to go up this area and see what we can do up here. This is an interesting little pipe, because what it really does is get you up here. This is actually the top of that room we were in before. So that's where the chef guy is. And it's a cute little way of getting one of the coins as well. Though I do wish the coins gave you some actual, the golf coins gave you little actual coins as well, because at least they'd feel like getting a few of them mattered, because as it is, you're really just sort of intended to kind of ignore them until you're actually actively collecting them. That's kind of a shame sometimes, because it kind of makes them feel a bit pointless if you're not actively going for them. So you kind of see it and you're just like, I don't really care to do that right now, because I don't need to. So this door is actually only open at night. And of course we have this guy over here. This pipe, all this does is turn us back visible again from when this guy turns us invisible. We just need to figure out how to get him to a point where he can actually see us. And of course we have to be very careful about these little lights that are zapping electricity. Or at least zapping the platforms anyway, but here we go. Just need to break through the wall. And now he can see us, which ironically means he can make us invisible. Not quite ironically, but I quite like that you have to kind of get him to see you, so that you can get other enemies not to see you. It's kind of a fun little idea. Of course, these lights are not affected by that. And over here we actually have a green key. So now we have both the red and the green key. Which is interesting because we haven't got the red chest yet. It's always fun when you get them a little bit out of order. Now we go to this. Because of course that was where we had to use to actually, we had to use invisibility to get through. And this spot's quite tricky to figure out as well, because it seems as though it's a bit of a dead end. And there's not really any particular, way to tell this is what you're meant to be doing, but you just have to break the blocks until you can get through. But it does feel very strange, because again, it's not really very well telegraphed that that's what you need to do there. It's a little bit cheeky. Which is all you can really do is, well, there's only one thing I can do right now. Can't go back and I can't go forward, so all you can really think to do is break the thing, and now we have a chalice, which is nice. Very regal set of stuff so far. Got a scepter, chalice, and a crown. And now it's time to do the other key, the red key. Because since we can get the green key, it means we can also potentially most likely get the red key, because that's generally how these chests go. They generally go in order. So if you can get one of the later ones, you can probably get the earlier ones, because the later ones generally need more advanced techniques. Let's get that red key for the umpteenth time. Well, let's stop being dramatic, the third time really. But we know exactly where it is this time. And these guys can really be annoying on ladders. Because Fat Wario can't climb them, and they just fall all the way down them, which is quite annoying. But luckily the earthquake kind of makes them shake around a bit, which will be quite useful in this episode, which is quite cool. Because we'll get to play with these little guys in physics in a minute. First though, let's get Fat again. It's always quite annoying to time this, really, to actually get hit by the donuts, because you can't see what he's doing, so you just have to kind of go from music cues. And of course the only thing is, we can only break down as Fat Wario, we can't charge, because we haven't got the speed to do so. We have to do that again now. So we've got the red key again. Now it's time to actually find the red chest, as opposed to getting sidetracked with the green one. This is just me checking to see if we could do anything with this frog guy, but yeah, there's not really, we can't even stomp on him. We don't use the option to do that. We press down while falling onto him, it doesn't actually do anything until we get the power up we need to actually deal with them. So let's fight our snake friend again. Avoid these fire guys and just see what there is up here. Once this guy annoys me. Yeah, this is just me checking something. I don't know why I came back in there. There's never really any reason to go into a chest door that you've already done unless you need a quick exit. And often there's no such thing as a quick exit from the chest doors, especially because you can just leave the level from the menu as well. So while it's nice to have the option, it's more to serve as a trap. If you accidentally pass in front of the chest door, you end up leaving the level by mistake. Got lucky on that one. And that one. That could have been very bad. But now on the other side of the wall. As you can see, that door's now closed because it's a nighttime only door. But there's another way over here we can go. And this is quite a cute little puzzle. We need to be fat to get up there, but as Fat Wario we can't jump high enough to get up there. So we need to do something tricksy. We need to get Fat at the bottom, and earthquake his way up. Which is a very fun little mechanic. I quite like using the shaking of the earthquake to force him to the top of the ladder. That's quite cute. And once we work out the donuts, it's time to get Fat again, so we can go to the donut blocks. Which we've never really interacted with before, I don't think, but that's what the Fat Wario is really for, is the donut blocks. Because they can only be broken by Fat Wario. And here we have our chest. now we have a book. And it is the same colour as one of our items, which is how you can always tell when they get used together. The book and the scepter work together to freeze the ocean. And now we can get to the frigid sea, which is quite an interesting level, but we'll see that next time. So that's all we can do on this particular episode. So next time, we'll explore the frigid sea and see what it has to offer. Whether power-ups, or new items, or new challenges. I'll see you then. Also, here's just me showing off that you can actually take a look at all the treasures you've got and how many you've got out of 100 on this. It was quite fun to see the pages start to get filled in. Some of them are still completely blank, but we've only got a quarter of them. And of course the ones at the beginning are all music boxes and power-ups. And then we get more and more useful items, and towards the end of the list, we get items that affect... It kind of goes in the order of affects... the overall progression affects Wario, and then affects levels. I'll see you next time. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my Patreon as well. Speaking of, thank you to James Rossi for supporting me on Patreon.